all you space engineers out there. Commander Kingfish here, and I am back in Space Engineers 2, and I'm here at the Oblivara, Oblivion Station as far as I want to call it. And we did a mission where we had to move the tug around. We found an unsuspected or unidentified ship. We had to move it around and did some repairs on that. So I think we only have one mission left for right now. And so let's go ahead and get it, and we're going to do it today. So let's hit F and salvage shipbreakers. It's 50%, so that's going to, we get this done, that will complete the sector progress. That's why I think this is the last mission for a while until they roll out some new stuff. If they do, they might not roll out any new stuff until Vertical Slice 2.2. So we'll see how that goes. But a hydrogen hauler was damaged to a point it's no use repairing it. The ship is currently blocking a construction yard, so if you help dismantling the ship, you can keep the components. That's interesting. All right, so in other words, we're going to dismantle this ship and clear out the shipping yard so that they can, or the construction yard, so that they can have access to it. So let's go ahead and accept this. There we go. And let's go ahead and get out of here. So we've got to go find it. Let's see the contract. It's only 11 kilometers away. That's not too bad. And so if we hop in our good old faithful sledge, and let's get inside here. All right, control panel, thrusters on, lights on, and unpark, and we are ready to go. All right, let's pull on out of here. Now, I know there's some folks out there that is not a big fan. That I understand, but it's still in the alpha. So I think if we want, give it a chance. Let's see how it ends up once they get Vertical Slice 2.2 out, which is going to be more. It's going to add more survival. I think it's going to add a much better GPS and all that sort of good stuff. So I think once that gets rolled out, it's going to be interesting. And once that rolls out, we'll see whether I start a new mission. I may just keep this same series going and use this same game build that I have running and then take it from there. And we might be doing a lot more base building in that versus just these missions. Now they might add some more planets and stuff on there, but we'll see. So all right, let's start slowing this thing down. We didn't get all that much speed going, so let's zero in on this. And I don't know if I think what I might do after this episode, we might do one episode back to Kemek and just go down to the surface and see what that looks like, because I haven't been down there. So I think that would be kind of fun to do. And I don't know if we want to try building a base down there, if we want to go back to where we've marked all of those other resources at the very beginning and see what kind of base we can build there, because that'll be a lot easier. It's going to have all of those resources available that we can grind down and utilize those, as opposed to trying to find ores, because I know right now the ores are just really spotty and small, so it really isn't real easy to kind of build. with as few ores as they have. All right, so what do we got? I see a lot of stuff on fire down here. Where there is our landing pad, so we do have a spot to land. And yeah, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? All right, so let's see. All right, let's get down here. Let's get landed. All right, grind down the marked blocks. You can keep the components, or if you don't need them, store them to the cargo container in the hangar. All right. Let's see how we are doing here. Let's just hop out. Small landing pad, that's for sure. Let's see if we can kind of get fitted in here. All right. Let's see. There we go. P for park. As always, we need to turn off our thrusters and our lights. And let's hop out of this thing. And I have a couple of things on me, so we might as well go ahead and store those in here. We're going to end up with a lot of materials. Let's get away from that. All right, so let's see. We have to fly over. Let's get our grinder out. And I might as well start over here, see if we can put the fire out. The ion thruster. All right. Well, that fire's out. Uh-oh. And there goes. Well, that's off and gone, and we're not going to worry about it. I don't think we are going to worry about it. Unless it's going to give us a lot of problems. Let's see if we can at least disable it. It's gonna let me disable it. We've got to grind that thruster down. There we go. That's taking care of that. Okay, I heard a little bleep there, so hopefully my recording is still going just fine. But we will see. All right, so we've got that, and we might as well just finish grinding down some of these parts. Let's finish grabbing this. This is probably good stuff to grab. There we go. Oh, and we've got a battery, it looks like. All right, we can go ahead and put these on our ship, the sledge. Okay. And they'll go over here. Heavy duty plates, some steel plates. We're probably going to end up storing some stuff. We might want to mark this place just in case once we get done. We'll see how much we end up with components. All right, so because there's a lot of components on here that we could get grinding this down. Let's see, what do we got here? Light armor. Another ion thruster. Non-functioning. See what. Uh-oh. We've got another one that's. You would have thought that I would have learned that. There we go. All right, that's got that stabilized. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these on the ship. Might be easier just to do it this way. Yeah. We might, if we load up the sledge, we might have to add some ion thrusters on it just to keep it from, or lifting off anyway. All right, let's see. Let's get inside here. All right, come on. Let's take this out. This might make it a little easier. There we go. We should be able to get in. There we go. All right. What's our next? Reactor? Probably this reactor. And we got more stuff floating away. I'm not sure that was a good thing to... All right, well, let's see. What else do we got to take out of here? We've got things all crashing around, I think. Let's hop out here and see what's happening. We got, yeah, it's kind of broken apart. Another ion thruster. Let's get this one out of the way. There we go. All right. And this one's probably got an ion thruster on it as well. Maybe, maybe not. But it's kind of crashed over here. All right, let's go ahead and put this stuff on the ship. I don't know if it makes a difference balancing things out, but we're going to do that. Okay, we have to... a couple of more things to grind down. And... come on, get down in here. All right. I guess it's this battery. All right, we can, let's grab these things out. And then we can grind this down. All right, that takes care of that. Objective complete. All right, I guess we might only have just the gravity generator to grind down. Let's go ahead and throw these onto the sledge. And there we go. All right. And let's see what else. All right. Where is it at? The gravity generator. Up above, maybe? Or right here. Oh, right here, the gravity generator. Okay, objective complete. What else do we have? We managed to retrieve coordinates from the small shuttle that you retrieved to the supply base. The coordinates are near your current location, so might be worth checking out. Okay. All right, so I guess we got to go check that out. So this is... so I guess we've got this done. We just need to go investigate the coordinates. I think I am going to put a marker here, as much as I'm not real thrilled about, just because it clutters up the screen even that much more. But there are a lot of materials here that might be useful to us. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and hit our map. Actually, that's not what I wanted. Our map. There we go. And let's go to GPS. And then we're going to add a GPS marker. And we're just going to call it wrecked hydro ship. Or how to hydro derelict. I think I spelled that right. If not, so be it. Hydro derelict. All right, so we know where that's at. All right, let's get back out of here now. Let's close, and we can head off and do that investigation. And if this ship gets too heavy, I got an idea on what we can do. I'm thinking that worst case scenario, I add a smaller hydrogen thruster on both sides and see if that doesn't make the difference. So let's go ahead and investigate. Tab, control panel. Let's turn our thrusters on and our lights on. And let's lift off. So I'm guessing, I think that all of these were pretty close here, that they weren't too far away. Oh, we should have looked for some ice. We're down to 86. We're in fine shape, but all right, investigate these coordinates. Now let's see what we got. I know these missions seem pretty, they're probably a little bit lame, but I think they're just, again, it's alpha, and they're just testing. They're just kind of really seeing what is out here. And let's see if we can get slowed down here. Start turning around. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, investigate the coordinates. All right, what do we got? What is here? Don't see a hell of a lot. Okay. All right. So might be worth checking out. Oh, we got an unknown structure. All right, let's leave the sledge right here. Let's go ahead and hop out. An unknown structure right here. Okay. Objective complete. All right. Let's grind this off. Let's see what we got here anyway. That can't be all there is to it. Well, it looks like we've got a base here of some sort. Looks kind of like, well, I don't know. What do we got in here? Anything? Ice. That's probably good. We'll grab the ice. Hopefully there's some more ice right here. All right, that's good. Okay. Anything in the barrel? No, I don't think the barrels are functioning yet. This looks vaguely familiar. So, I don't see anything else. I think that goes down. Well, I think that's about it. I think we can head back. And we'll turn in this contract. And I think that will complete all of the missions here. We've marked the hydrogen ship over there, and I don't know if we might be able to find this unknown place here if we need to in the future. But back to the contract terminal, we'll turn this in, and then we'll kind of decide what we want to do at that point. Okay, let's get aimed off out in that direction. Turn things off. And head back to Oblivion. That's what I'm not going to be able to call it anything else but Oblivion. That's just the way it's going to be. All right. So I'm thinking, since we have some time here, we can go back to Kamek and maybe fly down to the surface and see what that looks like. And then kind of just take it from there and see if there's any problems. See what, if maybe we want to maybe try building a base there. We have access to a lot of materials. I don't know if there's going to be more ores there. I think the Kamek system have the better ores in them. So we'll just kind of see how that transpires out. So hopefully there's going to be a lot of bugs and stuff that they are going to be cleaning up when version 2.2 is rolled out. I know there's been a lot of bugs reported, so I know they're working away on that, and so I suspect they're trying to get as much of that cleaned up before they release 2.2, which they said is going to be at the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter. So maybe sometime in end of March, we might see 2.2. All right, we're slowing down and go ahead and get aimed for it. All right. Uh-oh, I think we're going to end up crashing. Yeah. Oh. Well, that slowed us down, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't usually like doing that. But we had our speed up pretty good. Alright, let's get landed. Let's turn this thing in. And let's kind of level this thing out. Okay. And before I forget, I probably need to throw that ice in. And that might end up becoming a priority, although we still got 81% on our hydrogen. All right. Let's kind of get things leveled out here a little bit. Let's get set down. We're not hitting. Oh, there we go. Let's kind of get. All right. Let's lock her down. And let's go ahead and turn the thrusters off, the lights off. And we can hop out of this. And let's go ahead and throw that ice in here. Connector O2 generator. It's probably going to suck that out. And just that fast. Okay. Let's get this turned in and see what it has to tell us. All right, complete. Colonization progress achieved. Oblivion colonized. And anything more? Okay, I guess that's it. I guess we have all the blocks. Current sector, 100%. Well, I guess that's it until we can get some more missions. So I think what we're going to do, since we have some time, we're going to just fast travel over to Kingfish, and we're going to go down to the planet's surface and see what happens. All right. Let's see. Oh, turn things on. Control panel, thrusters, power on, lights, power on. Take that off. Get disconnected here. Now let's bring up our map, and we need to fast travel back to Kingfish, and we can fast travel there. And here we are at Kingfish. All right. So let's head down to the planet's surface. Of course, we're on the dark side. Go figure. All right. I am not familiar. Wonder what that is. Volcanoes, maybe? Let's start heading that direction. Let's see what we got. We should be hitting atmosphere here pretty soon. So we're still at 0 G's. That kind of looks like a... maybe that's a volcano. And we're not in 0 G's yet. I'm sure we are pretty quick though. Now this is a desert-like planet. I think what we're going to do is just get down here to the surface and then maybe fly towards the sunshine so we can kind of get a feel for new discovery. You found Kingfish. Okay. Well, I knew it was there all along. Oh, we're starting to get into the gravity. So let's let's turn our dampeners on. I have no idea what this gravity is like. We're we're going to start getting slowed down here while we're heading down to the surface. All right, we're not slowing down that fast. Let's maybe get leveled out here. And we are starting to slow down a little bit more. I tend to be a little bit cautious. Too many ships have been crashed. Okay, ion thruster warning. Yep. Go inside here a little bit. And that's slowing down a little bit faster. Let's see. Let's swing back around this way. Let's see if we can see what that big dark... I think it is. Look at that. Let's cruise over here by it. It does look like a volcano. So I suspect when they roll out water in Vertical Slice 3.0, we might see lava, which will be kind of cool. And yeah. We're not slowing down very much. Let's all right. So let's see. Let's kind of get turned around here. So that's a volcano. And it looks like daylight is back that way. Are we firing? There we go. Alright, we're going to start... we did get slowed down pretty good there, so we should be in full control of the ship. Let's see if we can get over into the daylight. We'll get into the daylight, and then we'll see how Kamek really looks. Hopefully it's not going to take us too long to get over there. Matter of fact, I will catch back up with you once I do get over there. Well, as you can see, we are heading back to Kamek Station, so we're going to wrap it up here. We'll go down to Kamek in the next episode, get down there, and see what that's all about. We got a little taste of it, but I was having a hard time trying to just get orientated to head to the sun, so I figured it would be easier to come back up here and then wait for the sun to come around, and then we'll fly down there. And besides, I need to fly over to the hydrogen mine and probably get a bunch of ice. So we are going to do that in the next episode. Actually, I'll get the hydrogen and have that all ready to go. And let's see if we can kind of get slowed down here. Come up. Get landed. Okay. So this will be a good spot just to wrap it up. And probably be a little shorter video today, which is okay. right. Let's see how we look here. We're not exactly level. Let's kind of get, let's see if we can kind of get this thing parked. There we go. And as always, we'll turn things off, although it doesn't really turn things off, I don't think. All right, let's hop out of here. Kind of get away from the ship a little bit. Okay. Well, that's all the missions. We're done. So what we want to do is, I think the next thing is go down to Kemik when we have sunshine down there and we can actually see what it looks like. We did see that one does look to be a big volcano, so it'll be interesting to see what that looks like, and we'll do that in the next episode. Okay, well, all you space engineers out there, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the video, and please subscribe. That will really help out the channel. Okay, engineers, keep your heads low, keep building away, and don't get shot. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.